So now, let us continue with the Incendio challenge. As we go through this room, we find a random Ravenclaw girl. Okay, how long has she been there for? You reckon she just got lost trying to do this challenge and the school just moved on like nothing happened? Oh, and she gets bitten by a doxy and leaves. Don't know where she goes, we can only assume she dropped dead off screen. Yep, the school's going to try and cover this up. Now, doxies, they only take one hit to beat, but I always thought they took two because, like, they don't immediately die. Bit of a glitch, but they're quite easy enemies, really. So, what you have to do is cast Incendio on these vines. And then the tree allows you to jump on it. I needed that chocolate frog. Tell you what, it's quite fitting that I'm doing the greenhouse level because it's pretty fucking hot here at the moment. And considering where I live, this heat just feels unnatural. Okay. So now we go through here. More doxies. There you see, they only take one hit. And now, do a little bit of tree jumping. Ooh, some venomous tentacula here. Now, unlike that one in the last room, these ones only get stunned if you cast Incendio on them. After a while they come back, but that's okay. Stun them, run past them. Ironically, the hardest venomous tentaculars are the first ones you come up against, because you don't have the spell for them. Let's just stun him to be on the safe side. Oh, now some gnomes. Music seems to have glitched. Much slower. Oh. But these spiky bushes are guarding a gold chest. I've gotta get that. What the freak? I just walked right through it? Okay, I swear that's the only chest in the game where they forgot to add the collision to it. Well, those gnomes don't have collision either, but not a chest. Huh. Okay, now the hot weather's starting to seem really normal. What you have to do here is move the Wingardium Leviosa blocks onto these pressure pads. It's a little hard to do, and that pumps the water. You have to do it for all three of them as well. And then the water goes into these sprinklers. And then you hit the flipendo switch and it waters the plants. That's a neat little contraption. So, as I've mentioned in my previous video, this challenge is in two parts. That's part one over with, and here's the second part. So what we come up to now is a room where there's these two switches where they open the doors, but they also release gnomes. Yeah, the sad thing about the gnomes is they're probably some of the tougher enemies in the game, at least when compared to the others. Now we come up against giant venomous tentacula. This is quite a tricky one to get past because I swear these things have bigger hitboxes than like the actual model. And you have to really get to the edge to get past them. Okay, and let's continue on. Get a chocolate frog. And get some beans. This next room, we've got some more spiky bushes. A bit too far away. And they've got these 2 blocks. Didn't really need that. Okay, go. Hit these switches to open the doors. By now it should all seem pretty familiar. Nothing through there. And now we get faced with our nastiest opponent yet. Oh my god. Those venomous tentaculars are fucking massive. You have to get really close up to their snapping point to hit them. So when I first played it, I thought you couldn't even attack them because I didn't want to get close to that bloody thing. But you can't really blame me though. For a series of climbing up ledges to hit a switch. Okay, now does this chest have collision? Yep, it does. I swear it only happens for that one chest. Okay, just stun him. Okay, we're on the home stretch now. If only I had this spell earlier. See, it's alright if you've learnt this spell and you go to herbology every week. Just get past them, no problem, just Incendio them. But if you're just a first year and you didn't know the spell, you'd pretty much be their lunch. Yep, so here's a cool little secret. You can jump on the hedges and there's a chest here. And what could be in here, you may ask? Why, a wizard card, of course. Okay, Harry looks like he's walking on air. See the drop shadow? The boy who walked on air. Forget climbing on air. So that's all the challenge stars. Now what we have to do is open up these floodgates. And once they're all open, you can shower in the sweet, sweet water of victory. And you can complete the lesson.
Congratulations, Mr. Potter. You completed the challenge. You've collected all the challenge stars. 20 points for Gryffindor. Now off you go.
Yeah. Now one other thing that's really strange about this castle is how items seem to just come in at certain times.
There you are. I hope you did well in your herbology class.
There's Hagrid.
I've got something I need to talk to you about. Be best to discuss it back at my hut. Meantime...
Okay, so we've got broomstick practice coming up.
Off you go.
But I just want to show you something. Now before herbology lesson started, there was nothing here, and now there are all these beans. Take what I can get, I suppose. Oh, who's this twat here?
I
off to broomstick training, Potter. Don't be late.
Whatever. It's not no Slytherin. And there's also a chest which only really appears at this point. And it's easy to miss. Because it's all the way around here. Now we have to go to broomstick practice. But then we see Ron.
Here comes Neville. He looks quite upset. Best go and see what he wants. Please help me.
Oh, and look who's coming.
So Longbottom has gone snivelling to you, and you want me to give you his precious Remembrall. I think I'll leave it somewhere for Longbottom to collect. How about up a tree?
Idiots.
Think you can catch me?
Warning you, Malfoy, bad idea. Remember the last time you challenged me? I whooped your ass. So what you have to do is knock Malfoy off his broom and avoid his bludgers.
Give me back Neville's Remembrall, Malfoy. You want the Remembrall back? See if you can catch it.
Okay.
And you better watch out for my bludgers.
And that's another thought. Where did he get these bludgers from? Like, he just sort of conjures them. One would dread to think. This fight's pretty easy. All you have to do is just get close to him and keep attacking him. See how short that was?
You damaged my broomstick, Potter. You'll pay.
Plays world's smallest violin. I'm not sorry, really. I meant to damage his broom. And now we give Neville his Remembrall back.
You've got my Remembrall back. Thanks, Harry. I'll be able to find my toad now. Come here, Trevor. Come back. I remember now. I left Trevor near the herbology class. There are
Ooh.
plants there that eat toads.
Hey Neville, did I ever tell you about a wonderful place called Toad Heaven?
Mr. Potter.
Oh, no time. Here's Professor McGonagall.
Headmistress of Hogwarts and head of Gryffindor House. Although I do not approve of your chasing Malfoy about,
He started
I
it.
think you have remarkable talent on a broomstick. Ordinarily, first-year students may not compete in Quidditch. In your case, we might overlook that rule. Harry, Gryffindor's first Quidditch match.
Although she doesn't tell you what position you are, she just sort of expects you to show up and just go with it. Doesn't tell you you're a seeker. Okay, so for the next part, I'll show the level where you go to Hagrid's hut through the forest. But for now, I'll see you in the next part of the Harry Potter playthrough. Shadsworth 11, out.